Good morning YouTube. Now we are officially 10 days out, which is very, very close. So this morning, we stayed at my girlfriend's last night, so we've got everything morning wise in the car with us right now. First of all being my pre-workout meal, which I'll show you in 1 second. Secondly, we're going to go train legs this morning. So we've got pumpage, we've got a pig monster, again of course. We've also got our intra workout, our essential amino acids. We've got my creatine in my bag. And we've also got a handful of our daily supplements here, which if you didn't watch yesterday's video, daily supplements are vitamin D, vitamin C, zinc, magnesium, cod liver oil, and creatine of course, which is obviously in liquid format. So I now take these with my pre-workout meal, which is normally meal number 1. So this is going to go in. Now, we are going to eat and then train this morning. I know yesterday I mentioned 90 minutes pre-workout. However, we're going to drive to the gym, which usually takes about 35-40 minutes. Bearing in mind it's like 8 o'clock in the morning, so traffic will be bad. And then we're going to do some steps. So after we've done all of that, it will probably be just over an hour anyway. So I'm going to take this now. I'm going to try this. We've got some new protein powder today, which is Perform Whey blueberry muffin flavour. So this should be pretty banging really, because the reason I got blueberry muffin was due to the fact that I have blueberries with it anyway. So really, it should taste like a blueberry muffin cake in my head. I know it won't, but I'm going to eat this now, head down to the gym. So I'll catch up with you lot when I'm at the gym.
Back in the day. So she could speak fluent Italian.
Okay, so it is now 23 minutes past 9 and we're still not at the gym. Now, I knew there would be traffic this morning due to the fact that it was 8 o'clock and you've got rush hour traffic, people going to work. However, I did not expect it to take me over an hour and 15 minutes to drive to the gym. However, it's not that bad because my pre-workout meals have time to digest. We've had 90 minutes, well, we will have 90 minutes from caffeine intake to training. I've took my pumpage, which has just gone down about 10 minutes ago, which is great. And now we're ready to go and hit legs, boys, which is going to be a very good session. So, how do I turn this down because it's very bright? So, I got a text this morning from Christian, basically letting me know that this session is going to be my last leg day of prep, which is fucking insane. Absolutely crazy. So last leg day of the whole of prep, which is scary. How fast time's gone. It's been 23 weeks of dieting and we're now at the final session, which is nuts. So as you can tell, the beanie is on because this morning it was absolutely freezing. It's warming up a little bit now, as you can tell the sun's out, which is why I'm being blinded and it's a bit bright, but it's very cold this morning. And since I've been sort of lean, I've honestly been freezing at every single point of the day. I've been so cold. It's mad because obviously I'm like 21 kilos lighter than I was in like March, so I've got less body fat on me, so I'm freezing at all points. So this morning we weighed in at 152.6 pounds, which is pretty much been the average of the entire week, which is pretty nice, holding there, which is great. So we're gonna go and train in a moment. I'm about 5 minutes away. Oh. So yeah, I'm about 5 minutes away from the gym right now. We're gonna go hit legs, 30 minutes cardio, and of course steps and posing. So yeah, we are now officially 10 days out, 10 and 16 days out from the final showing of the year, which is not a long time at all. Post show, obviously went for a speed camera. That would not have been great. So post show, I am going on holiday on the 10th of October. My final show is on the 27th of September. So we've got about 2 weeks between the final show of the year before we go on holiday. I'm going to spend that time, of course I'm going to have some nice meals, but I'm not really focused on that, to be completely honest. I'm going to spend that time trying to focus, getting my sort of, I don't know what the word is, my life factors back in check, such as sleep, energy levels, libido, etc, etc. So that's the plan for the first 2 weeks post show. I am going to go for maybe 1 or 2 meals with my friends and girlfriend. Of course, bearing in mind they've not been able to enjoy food with me for the past 23 weeks. But yeah, there's going to be nothing crazy going on post-show. In terms of future competing plans, I don't really plan to compete next year. Just because, for me, when I compete, this is my last year as a junior. I'm going to then go into novice or open or whatever. I want to be competitive, and I know that I need to put a lot more muscle on in order to do that. So I probably won't compete for maybe 2 years, roughly. That's just off the top of my head. I don't plan to compete in 2026. Maybe back end of 2027, I don't know. But I would like to do, I was thinking about this on the way here, I would like to do a show abroad. I think that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, the majority of the time after this show will be spent building muscle and just trying to get bigger and better, working on my business, working on everything, just to be a better bodybuilder, be a better coach, be a better person, everything. So yeah, that's the plans post-show, which is of course very exciting. And the food I'll be eating will be also very exciting, because we have not really been eating much food for the past 23 weeks. So I'm just pulling up to the gym now, leg day. So we are going to go hit legs for the final time of prep, which is absolutely crazy to say. Today's leg session consists of calves, abs, adductors, hamstring, squat and leg press. 6 exercises, the same 6 exercises I do every single Thursday. The session on a Monday I have is pretty much identical apart from swapping adductor for leg extension. But yeah, that's the session going down in a moment. I'm going to go into the gym. I am ready to go. Pumpage is kicking in. I'm going to do a 10-minute walk as usual, then hit legs, then hit some posing, then do cardio, then do some steps, and then we'll be back at home for the post-workout meal. So I'll catch you lot in a second. So legs is done. Now it's just been torrential raining for about an hour, which I luckily didn't get caught in because I was in Morrison's and also driving home from the gym. Just been to Morrison's, picked up some bits. Of course, got the Strawberry Dreams Monster, the goats. I've also got some lettuce, some salsa, some hot sauce. What else did I buy? I can't really remember. Eggs and broccoli and cauliflower. Goated. So, legs is done. Now, that was the final leg day. The final leg day is now complete. Very good session all in all. I actually held numbers on every single set, excluding one set of hack squat, which is pretty good compared to what's happened over the past 2 to 3 weeks, so I'll take it all day long. Now, today I'm going to make obviously my post-workout meal, which again is the same as yesterday. 50 grams of cereal, 50 grams of banana, 35 grams of protein from whey. That's going to go in now. I'm not going to record the rest of the day. Reason being is I'm going to fast forward till tomorrow, because tomorrow is my check-in day with Christian, and we might get a little bit more insight in terms of peak week, what's coming up. There probably is going to be some changes this weekend, so I'm going to fast forward to tomorrow morning once we've checked in with Christian, and I'll see you lot tomorrow. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now we have actually fast forwarded 48 hours rather than 24. So it is Saturday. We have completed our final cardio session of prep, which is absolutely unbelievable for me to speak them words, because I'm not gonna lie, I was fried. My legs were cooked, ready to blow up. But cardio's now done, which is fantastic news. That is a bit of an update in terms of peak week. Cardio's pulled. Peak week officially starts in about 16 hours. So Sunday morning, tomorrow morning, we are going to check in with Christian in the morning. We are then going to get through our plan for the day, which will consist of how many steps we're doing, what food we're eating, any water changes, any sodium changes, any cardio changes, which of course there is cardio changes, which is 0. So we'll get that plan through tomorrow morning. With a peak week, we are pretty much going to get changes, well, likely to get changes on a daily basis. So of course we've got Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday is the day before the show. So we've got 7 days, 6 to 7 days to perfect the look. Now, in terms of the look, I'm just going to put this picture up, which is a side chest from after my push workout this morning. I fucking love that shot. And that is probably the best I've looked so far. Bearing in mind, I am very flat because we've been having no carbohydrates. Well, I say no carbohydrates, little to no carbohydrates. 100 grams on a training day, 0 grams on a rest day. So that's my side chest while I'm really flat. So after peak week, I'd love to see what that looks like on stage, which is only 8 days away. Absolutely nuts to say. So, unfortunately, I'm having to have a very busy day tomorrow. Sunday and Monday, I'm very busy. So I may not be able to do a video Sunday, Monday. However, I'm going to do from tomorrow till the show day, I'm hoping to do about 3 to 4 videos going through peak week on different days so you can see different food changes, different sessions, etc. So yeah, we will be checking in next video just to let you know how peak week is going. But so far, so good, and I am so ready to jump on that stage. I'm really, really excited. I'm not going to lie, I have zero nerves about getting on stage. I think the reason for that is just due to the fact that I genuinely know in my heart, in my head, I have done every single thing possible over the past 23, 24 weeks of dieting. I've not skipped a beat on anything. Steps done every single day, cardio done every single day, food ate to the gram, training pushed to the limit. I know deep down in my heart I've done everything that I possibly can, so I've got no reason to be nervous at all, which is of course what you want. So when we get on the stage, I genuinely have no expectations or no pressure on myself to finish first, second, third, get any placings, get any invites to British finals. I've got nothing like that. Genuinely, I just want to go on stage, present the best look, and just be able to look back on this prep with pride and good, fond memories. So yeah, I'm chilling out for the rest of the day. It is Saturday, so of course football is on. Manchester Derby's on tomorrow, so we'll be watching that, unfortunately. And yeah, boys, so we'll be checking back in next week once peak week has officially started, which is crazy to say. So, as always, if you did enjoy and you're still watching to this point, please drop a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you lot on peak week. Let's get it.